Um, Hi, hello. First chat. I don't, um, I don't really know what I'm doing at the moment, but I can talk about Zelda lore forever. So if there's anything you have questions on or want to hear about, that is what I'm here for. Hello, decent dingo. So, yeah, just let me know what you want to hear about. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never done this before. When you are insane. I made this font, by the way. I created this entire font myself so that I could type these stupid symbols just exactly how they are. Oh, I need to do the fifth one. There's a lot I need to add to this list, but yeah, thank you. Um, I can talk about the realizations I've had with that, or the things that I've noticed. What are words at all? Um, so yeah, they're like 13 or 14. Let's see. totk2. Okay, caps lock. Caps lock. Okay, A, B, C, D. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, it's so tiny. Okay. That is the most that I've got so far. Ooh. And then there's also like a little font. Yeah. So that's a thing. This, by the way, this is everywhere in anything zonai at all. But it's not in any other order ever. So it's literally it's just this exact sequence of symbols repeated. So I don't think it says something or means anything. This, however, this script is a different story. It actually, because there's like, oh my god, I can't count. Is that 13 or 14? um, 15. Oh, well, that's about half of 26. Yes. Oh my gosh. So I wondered if each symbol has a dual meaning, like correlation to actual English letters. Like for instance, like there's the Hyrulean language in Breath of the Wild, and some of the symbols can mean like, I don't remember, but like it could be G or Z. I don't know, stuff like that. But sadly, I haven't been able to figure out how to translate this. I think it might just be like a visual thing that they made up. They made like such a big deal out of this script, but I don't think it actually can be translated to anything. There's even one area in the Spirit Temple that is literally just the same things repeated. Is it in here? It might be written down, not in here. But it's the same exact sequence of symbols repeated. Like they were just given a sequence and told, put this together and make it look like it says something. So, I don't know. How long did it take to make this? Hieroglyphs. I love that. How long did it take? I mean, Well, the document is a different story, but the font itself, hours, I would say. I can't remember exactly, but I mean, I was super particular about the words. What are words? I was particular about, right, the lines in it. Like totk font v2. So I just had to draw on a template. Why isn't okay? My symbols. So I just literally uploaded this to a site to do the thing. But oh my god, why? Okay, well, it's gonna be tidy now. Okay, and I like would do the same lines over and over and over until I got the stroke exactly how I wanted it to be. And it's still really imperfect because I made this. This is the first font I've ever made. So this part is actually pretty solid. Like, it like lines up really well, but this is the size of the symbols are they don't match. Like, this is way bigger than that thing. So yeah, and I should have switched C and D. I should have, but it's too late. It's too late. Say love you. Yeah, I used a drawing app to make it, to do that, and then uploaded it to calligrapher.com with no E. Like calligraphr.com. Yeah. Literally. When I started playing Tears of the Kingdom and I got to Kakariko Village, I was like, oh my god, dude, same. I so relate to you about being passionate over this. And that's the frustrating thing, because they really made it so, they made such a big deal out of it, but I don't think it actually means anything. Like, I have a friend who's like really knowledgeable about this stuff and can actually knowledgeable about linguistics and has tried to figure it out before, like using all these cool fancy spreadsheet tools, and like it's amazing. And I need to talk to them to see, like, get an update, see if they found anything. I don't think they have found much more yet, but and then there's another guy I know who knows a lot about this, and when asked if it can be translated, he just said it's a work in progress. So if he says it's a work in progress instead of I really definitively think there's at least some possibility that it means something, then it's probably nothing. But the reason he said that it's a work in progress is because, like me, he is loves theorizing about the zonai and analyzing all the zonai stuff, which same, very same. Like, oh my god, literally, I would, when the trailers were out, I would scroll into the background like super a lot and figured out the symbols from there. Like, I literally, all of this, even that, it's like so hard to make out, but I did it. Yeah. And then the rest is art book stuff, which, I mean, we've seen this in game now, so whatever. Fun fact, the green spiral symbols, like the ones from the first trailer, they are just the zonai script, but like in a different style. When I realized that, I felt like I was seeing God. I was like, Oh my Hylia. Wow. Yeah, that's really cool. Well, that's what I do. I overanalyze to the max every little frame, every pixel. Yeah. Um, and that's how I notice things, like what I put. Oh, I should I just post it? Whatever. Okay. In the ancient hero video, here, I note some particular details that I've noticed and like comparing the outfits and all. Leaking out in the magic. I don't understand what that means, but I thoughts on what happened to the Sheik attack. The most common thing I've seen, like theory that I've seen, is oh, it just got destroyed and repurposed by the people of Hyrule, which that makes sense because there's a bunch of Skyview towers now. There's also the possibility I don't. I mean, obviously, some of it could have just sunk back into the ground because it rose out of the ground. It could go back in, presumably. But I kind of think that the most, like, when the upheaval happened, by green, I mean, oh, leaking out into, yeah, it will be so cool if and when it ever gets deciphered. Okay, so in the upheaval, a bunch of stuff changed in Hyrule, right? A bunch of stuff appeared, and my thought is that Ganondorf transformed the world somehow to revert it at least somewhat back to how it was in the past. And like that's why things from the past showed up again. Things that had since probably disappeared or been destroyed, whatever. And in doing so, he might have also taken away things that were currently existing, such as all of the Sheikah shrines. Like, if you go to the Shrine of Resurrection, it's insane. It's the same exact layout. Like, you even have the same stairs and everything. It's just there's no Sheikah anything. Like, it's the same shape. It's as if the Sheikah never built anything. It's like you reverted all the way to that. But that's what I like that theory more so. But I still can't come up with a reason why he would even do that. Repurposing is most notable. Some are replaced with wells. Yeah. True. This is true. Oh yeah, also the chasms on the Great Plateau. That's a thing. What if originally they were put there to hide the chasms? I'm just kidding. That's not actually a theory I have. I guess it's possible. But yeah. Sheikah Tech. Words. Shrine of Resurrection. Ooh. Oh yeah, Ganondorf. There's no way all the divine beasts could have been used. Right? They are gigantic. Like, on one hand, there is the understandable possibility that I have no idea if what people are actually seeing. What the heck? Like, why is it showing from several minutes ago? Whatever. Divine beasts. Flew into the sunset. Be free, Yvonne Meadow. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah. It would be understandable if the people of Hyrule destroyed them somehow in order to prevent another Calamity Ganon takeover type thing. Same for maybe the Guardians. You can go beyond the... Oh my gosh, it's like... It's frustrating because it's so intriguing. The stuff the land you can see in the background, like, is clearly there. What's on it though? I need to see if you can climb Mount Agat in this game. I haven't tested that. It's a place in the Gerudo Highlands that famously you could not climb all the way up. In Breath of the Wild. Bury them again. Oh god, Jesus. That would be... Ugh. Man. I don't know. Like, I think the people of Hyrule would respect the Divine Beasts more, like, enough to not destroy them. Because they were seen as guardian deities of those regions before. Checked. Wait, no, you can't get Mount of God. Okay. Damn. Well, never mind about that. Oh my god, Koroks in this game. I skip over every stupid little Korok with a backpack that I see. I'm sorry. I don't do all these sadistic things to them, but I just skip past them because it's... this is just too much effort. Their friends were always like on the other side of the continent. Like, no thanks. Dude, if your friend like went that far away from you, I'm pretty sure you just got abandoned. Like, you don't even want to see you. I don't know. It's a funny thing. Yeah. Koroks, annoying. Too much effort. Wait, where's my files folder? Post credits says she's gonna fix Baruta. Yeah. It seems that Varuta has stopped working. We'll make our way to Zora's domain. Yeah. Gee, I don't. There's a lot of things. I love Tears of the Kingdom, obviously, but there are a lot of things I don't like, such as what the heck happened to the Sheikah deck. There's no explanation given. I mean, you literally... You do see the Guardians, at least on top of... Is it like... I can't remember if it's the Echolotech lab or Hiteno lab. One of them has a Guardian on top. I don't know. But... I guess... Like, maybe they just wanted it to be a unique site for people who played Tears of the Kingdom first and then Breath of the Wild. Like, honestly, I respect how they were able to pull that off. Like, separate the games without completely retconning all of it. In order to make Breath of the Wild a unique experience for people. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't. And I've gotten so many comments on the ancient hero, possibly been a descendant or a Melkor Gerudo, at least a hunter who somehow had a spirit of you. So yes, I can talk about this. A lot of people have been wondering if he's the child of Rauru and Sonia, or at least a descendant of them. I think at the very least it's fairly likely that, like, it's plausible that he could be a descendant of their kid. Just, if only for the fact that... By the way, I'm sorry, if I should, like, change up what my screen is focused on, I can. It's just easy to see here. The Guardian feels like an Easter egg. There's some blueprints. Huh. Yeah, that would make sense. In the labs. Yeah. Well, sandwiches. Okay. Descendant. If only... Oh my god, my mind's going in too many different directions. Should I change this window to be... Yeah. Should I? Are y'all like, I don't have anything to show right now, necessarily. So I don't know what to put up on the screen other than this. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like Discord, screen sharing. What are? Where's the folder? There it is. Okay. Fix and fit. Okay. Wait, Ancient Heroes Aspect or Zonai? For that, I gotta go to the YouTube. YouTube video content. Ancient Heroes Aspect. Oh, I need a. Jesus, I just threw everything in here. I don't know what it is. What? So those are art book pages. Hyrule story. Yuki. Yeah. Man, I do need to be able to. Or I guess it won't loop if I just do this. Okay, boom. But it will. Does it work like this? Okay. There he is, yeah. Wait. This is. I don't know how any of this works. Okay. Alright. I wanted to make sure that if I clicked on the chat window, it wouldn't totally make this disappear. Oh. OBS settings. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, so. Stuff. What's this? There we go. Knights in the royal family. So, in real life, royalty usually marries other royalty or nobles. Knights are nobility. So they probably have somewhat of a shared bloodline. At the very least, they're both Hyruleans. So yeah, I mean, real talk. How many races have tails? I can't recall any of the tails. I have no idea what that's about. That would be cool. Like, the fact that this is the reward for all the zonai shrines, or the shrines of light. Like, why the ancient hero? I mean, I know Link is still the hero of the wild, like, technically in this game, but it's interesting, at the very least. It's an interesting choice that they made. Yeah. So, yeah. If he's a knight, he could have been sandwiches. If I say sandwiches, it's just a thing I say. Doesn't mean anything. I can't help but say. just to put that out there. Tying the ancient hero into zonai, basically the most. Yeah, for real. Hopes for a sequel. Well, I think, or a sequel. Well, I don't know about a sequel. I mean, I can like respond to this about my hopes or thoughts for whatever comes next, whether that be DLC or a sequel. I do think if there's like DLC, they're going to expand on the zonai more. I mean, that sounds kind of obvious, but it's strongly hinted at in a certain unique cutscene. Yeah. If you also have this guy, you'll also get that cutscene. So, I'm being vague. Whatever. There's the true ending. Similar to Breath of the Wild. If you do certain stuff, you get an extra cutscene at the end, which is really cool. See, I would like for them to expand upon the Zonai lore, because there's a... They don't even say what made the Zonai disappear. Why? What? Huh? There's only 2 left? Where were the rest? How are they existing? Right? It's like, I wanted answers, not whatever this is. I hate it. Yeah. Hopes for a sequel. Okay, so I mean, if I speak, I'll be spoiling the ending of the game. Not like the true ending, just the general ending. You don't even say it as if they died off and just went back. Yeah, Ganondorf says, the noble Zonai no longer grace this world with their presence. What is that? Sir, what does that mean? Expand, please. Shall we board? Yeah. It's a really good ending. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. But, yeah. Really cool ending. I mean, it sounds obvious, but the way they ended the game, it sets up for a next game. You know, that's a pretty non-spoilery, understandable fact. So that it's not TOTK 2, it's just another unique game. I really don't know. Are they gonna still focus on the Zonai? Is it gonna be a new civilization? Please tell me more about the Twilight Realm. I wanna know about the interlopers. Spoiler, just wanted to ask openly. I was gonna say something about the true ending too. How many hours do I... If I admit this, I would want spoilers to be allowed. I was just trying to be sensitive if anyone wants to avoid spoilers. Like, I don't really know. But I've done the whole game. There's a lot of info there. I would rather have spoilers than not. How many hours do I have? Yeah, it would be embarrassing if I answered that, honestly. I have unique life circumstances that allow me to play the game a lot. And so it's like 400 by now. It might still say 385 plus or whatever, but I'm in the kitchen getting a snack. Nice. 270. It's funny because my amount of time is above everyone that I know. And it's just because of my life circumstances. But yeah, I mean, Zelda keeps me going, you know? So that's why I play it so much. It's sometimes all I can do. Maybe that's saying too much. What food should I get? I should get you. How do I mute myself? I mean, I don't want to, like, completely stop recording. I've literally never used OBS before today. Did I find out anything from the Zonai text? Just, yeah, all good. Basically, they made it seem like it will be able to be transcribed. 4 characters everywhere in the depths. Wait. 4 characters. What do you mean? 4, like, letters of the Zonai language? Because I don't... If so, I don't track that. How possibly this Zonai hero boy could be a mineral descent? Yeah. Which means even more about her and Link. And there's also an extra sacred stone at the end with potential extras. Oh, yeah. So actually, I hadn't thought much about the Minoru Link connection, but like, because I don't know if it has to be this way, but obviously all these sages' ancestors contacted said sages directly. Like, they were able to enter their mind, or whatever the heck that was. Like, you know, when they would like stop and be like, whoa, what's that voice? And it was their ancestors. Minoru did that with Link. So I wonder. But also Link could just hear the other sages too, along with their descendants. So I don't know. But it's possible. Lotus lights unlimited important locations. Same repeated for, let me guess, KECD. Zelda did that. Was Rico? Yeah. Yes, this is true. And obviously Zelda isn't Link's ancestor. So. Okay, where's... Okay, whatever. I'll just type it. You know? I'm guessing these are the same 4 repeated symbols in the place. Or at the very least, something in this sequence. AJKECBL. By the way, I'm saying letters. They aren't that. They don't actually mean those letters necessarily. They're just values I've assigned to them to keep track. Yeah, there are. KECD is the most commonly repeated zonai sequence. Making me think about how those are basically conversations across time. Like how the champions are spirits physically from time. It's actually 5. Maybe the third case. Yeah. Maybe the third game could focus on the calamity. The hero seems to have planned from birth. Been planned. Oh my god. Who knows what the heck is going on in Aonuma's head at this point? Man. I do wonder if they would do the Ancient Calamity, but we have seen all of that in Breath of the Wild. At the very least, like, we see the Sheik attack, you know? Yeah, I was about to say Age of Calamity 2. They literally did go back to one of the calamities in a prequel spin-off. I'm not. I don't know why that would make it wrecked. It would be fine though. The zonai, the light pillars, I haven't like noticed if there's a small amount or not. I wouldn't think there would be, or that it would be significant though. Because like there's also similar pillars in the sky on those little islands that have some water in the middle, and usually have zonai wings and maybe also fans lying around. Made me have a dream about being that guy trying to set up the war. Man, that must have been a crazy dream. Yeah, man. I don't know if there's gonna be a is trequel a word? What's the word for sequel of a sequel? Whatever, if there's a third game. Oh my god, I'm like out of breath. Almost. There's a third game. I don't know that I can predict what it'll be about. Oh, well, there is Zelda. I mean, The Legend of Zelda, so there's obviously Zelda. But I don't know if the true ending was hinting at DLC or like another game. It's for the same pillars. We're also on the Sky Islands. Oh yeah, fair. Okay, at this rate, I would not be surprised if they become... Yeah. Yeah. Possibly. I mean, obviously Breath of the Wild was a massive success. So was Tears of the Kingdom, you know. I bet they would still have it be in the same world, like the map, at the least. But yeah, I wonder. I mean, and it would probably be like a direct sequel, like happening right after Tears of the Kingdom. Because if not, then you'd be... I mean, they can make a new game, but they'd be abandoning the Link and Zelda that we know now. So it's like, man, people want to hear more about them, though. Maybe. Honestly, maybe Zelda could become Hylia and then complete some sort of cycle where Hylia like comes into existence. I don't know if that makes any sense. Oh my god. Yeah. Could there be another actual threat after the events? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna spoil the real ending, I suppose. Demise's curse, yeah. For their generation, yeah. But the thing about the true ending is that Zelda says they... Man, I don't have it downloaded. I should download it. But, I have all the other cutscenes but the true ending. She says something like, we defeated the Demon King, who was, you know, the big bad. But the people who created Hyrule, the Kingdom of Hyrule, didn't just want the Demon King's eradication, they wanted lasting peace for Hyrule. And that, to me, indicates that potentially ending Demise's curse, fighting Demise, Flower Blight is still around. Yeah, I know, it's awful. I was not expecting the Zelda thing there. But it does make sense. I mean, literally, the Silent Princess is a flower. There's some memory where Zelda is talking about flowers. Like, she likes gardening and stuff. For all time. Yes, I remember. I do recall that. I should... Maybe I do have it down? Where would I put it? Error 404. Probably this. Nope. My mind is blanking. Oh, it's probably in downloads. Oh, it's in this. Cutscenes. Oh, so many things. What's the full name of it though? Show the name. I don't need extra space. Why is this? Oh, here we go. Carrots. Tears of the Kingdom, all cutscenes, the movie. Let's see. This is this other guy's. Yes! Oh my god, I do have it! Except it has the watermark, which is why I ignored this file. Now and for all time. That's... Yep. They wish not only to save Hyrule, but for it to see eternal peace. So, yeah, exactly what I said. Now and for all time. yeah, this to me makes me think she's gonna have something to do with, like, legit Hylia. Because this iteration of Zelda for Fatu to return. Oh no. Please no. Yeah. Her saying that feels substantial, like it must be significant. I agree. I definitely agree. Because this Tinkle is. Oh my god, no, don't spoil it for us. That's hilarious. I still need to get the Tingle pants. Trousers, whatever they're called. I'm just gonna sell the whole set. I don't even care. It looks so dumb. And you already get night speed up with the stealth set, so. Yeah, that's an easy, what's 16 times 3? $4,800. Wait, 6 times $1,800. I know things. So, okay, my whole thing is that Demise and Hylia exist outside of time, and they are in an eternal battle against each other. I strongly believe this. So, like, Hylia's spirit still exists outside of time. But not necessarily. Like, she doesn't necessarily have a physical form. Same for Demise. And, yeah. The fact that where it does? Why? Why does it scare them? No, the horror. It's so unfashionable. That's funny. I didn't really wear it in Breath of the Wild, so I don't know. But yeah, okay. Hylia, yes. Hylia is probably the goddess of time at this point. We can pretty confidently surmise that. And this Zelda is probably the strongest. At least, like, as far as I know. Still in the Zelda Descendants, but Demise being an out-of-time force that's still out there makes sense. Yeah. The conclusion that I've drawn, and that I agree with a lot of other the theorists that I talk to on, is that Skyward Sword Zelda was the only true incarnation of Hylia, and that all of her descendants simply had the blood of the goddess, not the soul of the goddess. Like, it's tangible genes rather than something intangible like the spirit of the hero, which is probably also passed down through bloodlines, at least somewhat. But technically, they do make a really strong point of saying blood of the goddess and spirit of the hero. So, there's that. And then, of course, there's Wind Waker Link. We don't know if he has the spirit of the hero for sure. I haven't played the game. Yeah. It's also probably not a big deal, but I've been thinking about the dragons being part golden goddesses, but they also draconified zonai. They were seen in God. Yes, the dragons are a big thing. A thought I also had earlier was that, like, the spiritual stones from Ocarina of Time, what if those were the 3 missing secret stones that later draconified the people who would become the dragons? What? But I strongly believe that, you know, well, yeah, no, that could actually, that could track, because the dragons, we don't actually know that the dragons existed in their dragon form in Tears of the Kingdom's past. As a Wind Waker simp, always had the spirit of hero, he was just a random person selected. Yeah. It's very likely. And I really like that idea and, like, sentiment that people can just step up and become the hero. Like, I am a fan of that. But yeah. Dragons. So yeah, if there were like 3 secret stones that were hidden somewhere, and that became the spiritual stones, and then those were swallowed by some people, I guess, to become dragons. Who knows? But that kind of is like, because there's more evidence to support the idea that the dragons were probably zonai draconified before Tears of the Kingdoms passed, just based on Minoru's explanation and like emotional, investment. Yeah, for real. Oh my god, what if they made a multiverse game? That would be insane. And what if they had it be like Spider-Verse, where, for instance, the first Legend of Zelda Link was just still like pixelated? Kind of thought it was weird that the history applied to Zonai race appeared and only had like 7 stones, but now eating them, somehow know that eating them makes you dragon. Yeah. See the background of the memories. Kingdom. Memories. Yeah, I wonder, because like, on one hand, where's the Minoru thing? Probably around here. Yep. She's like, no, Zelda, don't do it. It's forbidden for good reason. Yeah. She's not a fan of this plant. Yeah. So yeah, there's, where the heck was I going with this? Okay. The gods that the Zonai are descended from could be just like the dragons themselves. And that's why they have secret stones that can turn other people into dragons. But, so that's one thought, but another is there were different gods, and there were 10 secrets, blah, 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 like 10 or more secret stones. 3 Zonai swallowed them. Yeah. It's hard to say. I also wondered if the dragons are legitimately like the golden goddesses themselves. Like the gods who gave them the secret stones could be the golden goddesses who were dragons. Zonai chicken or egg. Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh. And then obviously there's the appearance of the dragons strongly resembles the Zonai. Much more, like, it's super distinct from Zelda, right? Whereas, oh, let's find a thing of Robert. Where's Robert? Somewhere. Like, okay, this looks like one of the dragon's manes. Similar to the Skyward Sword dragons. Yeah. Yeah, they're both like guardian spirits who watch over a region. Sort of. And are servants to the springs. Like, there's literally the same 3 springs in Skyward Sword, so that makes sense. It could just be some random deities that were assigned to protect the land. And also were dragons. Who knows? One interesting thing that someone pointed out was that, or I mean, a few people said things. So, the dragons in English, I've only ever, like, to my memory at least, the only time I've seen gendered language used for them is in Tears of the Kingdom. The Mother Goddess statue said she when referring to Farash, implying, that Farash was female. But someone else said in Japanese, they're referred to gender neutrally. And then another person said in German, they're only referred to masculinely. So who even knows? With the consideration of the past, Kingdom of Hyrule, which is the plateau, and the mainland was named after the dragon. Wait, after the dragons. Like, because the dragons are high in the sky, so Hyrule? I don't know. No, well, Hyrule's like after Hylia, right? Yeah, that's. I agree. The Japanese version is always the most credible, in my opinion. There's a lot of things that get lost in translation, or creative liberties that people take too. So yeah, I agree. Oh! Wait. Well, there's the Faron region in Skyward Sword, the Lanayru sand sea / desert, and the Elden region. And the dragons are literally named those same things, but they're named after Farore, Nehru, and Din. So I mean, I can't quite say for sure, but I think that's the golden goddesses came first, then the regions, and then also the dragons because of the gods. Interesting note is that the dragons are named more like the regions. Huh. Interesting. First time that name was used was in Twilight Princess, and it was named after a spirit. Wait. First time Faron was used? Is there Faron in Skyward? I mean, Twilight Princess? I mean, I know there's the Lost Woods. Is it the Faron Woods? I haven't played Twilight Princess. I don't remember. Well, I have, but like, I got like 30 minutes into the tutorial, and that's it. I did go into the woods, but I can't remember what it's called. I think it's just the Lost Woods, but maybe not. My brain's doing a error 404, like it's doing the sound of the dial-up. Okay, I can't imitate the dial-up sound. It's doing that. Lost Woods. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. I see what you mean. Okay. Faron, Ordona. Is it just Lanayru? I think it's just Lanayru. I don't know what the fourth life spirit is. If it's just Eldin, probably. Farore. Wait, is it called Faron or Farore? Sandwiches. Oh my gosh. I'm glad that I'm able to talk about this and that people are interacting and enjoying this. That's so nice. That's literally what I was hoping to do in this stream. And it's happening. Wow. Okay, wait. What? Faron is the name. Okay. Okay, yeah. Previously people that ate. That's a common theory that they were all zonai in the past. And like the contrast, the visual differences between the light dragon and the others is striking and very telling. Like even the ears, the light dragons looks hyrulean. Yeah, they could be zonai. I mean, look at this, Rar's hair. It's literally, it's white with the colored undertones. Same with Minoru's, hers like has dark blue or purple, like indigo. Where's Minoru? I might have only been able to see it in like the official art. Like it's hard to see in the memories. Oh my gosh, I love these characters so much. It's like super hard to see, but yeah, I don't know if other dragons do it, but some appear at the depths. Yeah, so in this game, the dragons have a new path where they just circle the map apparently, and they go in. All of them go in the depths as part of it, and I don't know why. The light dragon doesn't, but that makes sense because its entire purpose was to be flying up in the heavens close to the light. I don't know why they would go in the depths. Like, it's like dark and dingy and scary. I wouldn't want to go down there if I were them. Oh my god, there's so much. There's so much about the depths. I could talk about that too. So much. And I feel like, well, when I tried to look it up recently, I could not hardly find any theories on the depths. At least like through a quick Google search. And I have so many thoughts, but I haven't been able to come to a conclusion myself yet. Like a solid one. I can make loose theories. Okay. Well, the zonai worship the water dragon Farash, and they were all about lightning. So then making the Thunderhead Isles dragon-shaped makes sense, and the fact that they were lightning-based. The zonai and Pharaon like Farash. Underneath, yeah. I shall. Yeah. Zonai is fun to farm. Okay, so first off, the Farash thing. The charge set. There's also the Frostbite set and the Ember set, and they all match the 3 dragons. So there are more of those. They just are in different, like, random locations. Like, in caves, I think. So it's not... The Farash and the charge set isn't super unique. It is interesting that it's in the sky, though. The only one in the sky. Maybe that's just because of their connection to dragons. Who knows? Maybe it's just because the zonai really liked Farash in particular. I don't know. Okay, the depths. The depths. So yeah, it's literally an inverse of the map. Mask. Well, the zonai were able to get up to the sky. So they could have done that. And it could have been like a way that they set up the spirit temple. And to protect her mask. So that the hero would... yeah, low roll probably. I've heard that too. Okay, yeah. It does make sense for her mask to be up there. I will say. So, the depths. Yes. Under the Shrine of Resurrection is the wellspring of revitalization, I think. So it's literally like a source of revitalization. So it makes sense. My thought, like, I wonder if there are just places of power or throughout Hyrule, if that makes sense. Like, what are they called? Like ley lines, but points. Like not lines, but point. I mean, where ley lines intersect are considered strong points. I don't know if they have a name, but yeah. I wonder if there's a similar thing with Hyrule, because the sky, surface, and depths all correlate to each other very closely. I mean, obviously. Every significant town, there's a mine under it, you know? And there's a lot of stuff in the sky that correlates to the surface. I mean, heck, just the labyrinths alone, like, there are 3. Each of them have to 3, which, why? That seems like a lot of effort to make just 3 of each. I don't know. So about the bargainer statues, yeah, I think that it was just that particular one temporarily possessing it, because the things that the surface statues give you are blessings, like divine blessings. Yeah, so apparently the Lomai labyrinths were actually castles, and each of them were ruled by people, presumably zonai, men. The ruler of boars, ruler of owls, ruler of dragons. So that's something. Who knows what's up with that? Maybe they were the dragons. They turned, like, they were the zonai who became the dragons. Or who knows? The depths. Yeah. I think it was just a temporary possession at that time. Because, I mean, there is the difference in what they can actually give you. And to mirror the surface are the bargainer statues. In the same location as goddess statues. I don't know what you mean by equals. Like, in what sense? Surface. Dial-up sounds. My brain is stuck on. Then you'd think they'd be equals. I thought you were asking if I thought they would be equals. I see. Okay. Well, I guess I still am confused about what you mean by equals. But they're definitely the inverse of each other. Both of them give blessings that relate to life force. Oh my god, I had a better form theory about this typed out, but I'm struggling to word it now. I can't remember. I can look, see what I said. totk. Did I write it down? Oh, yes. Oof, okay. Let me see if I... Right, okay. In Zelda, there's light, twilight, and darkness. The first 2 are, I think, morally neutral, whereas the last is evil, or whatever. Bargainers are neutral beings who facilitate death and the passing of souls to the afterlife. Gods, like Hylia, are beings of light who exude force, all types of force, including life force. Demons / monsters / demonic beings like Demise and Ganondorf hate the gods, hate light, and are driven by malice. Death in itself, though, is not evil or bad. It's natural and necessary. So I wrote that on almost exactly a month ago. So this is a while back, before I knew things. Yeah, I had heard that the Bargainer statues actually are called, like, demons in Japanese. So that is correct. I think they're more like Hades, where they just want the souls collected, no questions asked. On the surface, or more like live. Yeah, that would make sense. My throat is like dying. I need water. And I'm out of water. Meant to be a foil to Ganon. How could it be a foil to the Bargainer if the Yes, no, that's why I was trying to differentiate between, like, death and evil, like darkness. But it seems like, unfortunately, to me, they are more of the same thing. Like, the fact that they're literally called demons, even though all they do is help lost souls pass on, and they say themselves, like, these souls are not good or bad, they're just wandering spirits. Okay. One moment while my water fills up. I can't focus on two things at once. Okay. It's not really demon. I would say that's a mistranslation. I don't know. That's just stuff I'd heard from other people who... I'm sorry. It's water, I promise. Magic person, yeah. Like, this is just stuff I'd heard from others. But the main person I heard it from is I consider a very credible person for these kinds of things. Like, he has so many Japanese translations. He's probably got, like, every single game's dialogue. In English and Japanese, and translated Japanese. Like, for real. Hold on. So I only say that to say, I believed him when he said that. My breath is dying. Breath of the wild. I'm sorry, I didn't know if you would be able to hear the water filling up. I hoped not, but yeah, rip. Yes, Hyrulean historian is what I'm talking about. I have a lot of respect for that guy. Super knowledgeable. Yeah. God, yeah, my chest is dying. I have to stop talking eventually. I can push through it. Okay. Jesus. I don't enjoy being disabled and weak. Okay. I had made a lot of connections between the depths and the Twilight realm / Twilight in general. Like, the entire theme of Twilight Princess, light and darkness, two sides of the same coin, very much fits the depths, in my opinion. And I mean, the depths set That's hard to say for some reason. That set really looks similar to the Twilight, especially Zant. And it's been said that the Twilight are literally like, or the Twilight Realm is literally kind of like the afterlife. Obviously, they're living beings who reproduce, but they can't exist in the world of light, and similarly, when light beings, aka like people from Hyrule, when they come into contact with Twilight, they become spirits. So like the Twilight might just be like spirits. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I made a lot of connections between the Twilight Realm and the depths. Simple random, but do you think the original state of the Master Sword was still in the Lost Woods in the past? Rarik. So, my chest is hecking dying. Yes, about the anti-gloom. When I got Midna's Helm in Tears of the Kingdom, it was just Guardian Resistance up in Breath of the Wild DLC, but in Tears of the Kingdom, now it's Gloom Resistance. What? When I saw that was actually, I think that's what sparked my whole thought about the Twilight connections. Like, I was like, oh my god, this means something. Yeah. For real, it's insane. Right? Okay, about the Master Sword. So I was talking about this earlier with someone. Or saying it to someone. We don't really know what's up with the Master Sword in totk past. Okay, for simplicity's sake, in my energy, I'm just gonna say the past. I'm referring to the era of Hyrule's founding. Yeah, they look exactly like the spirits. As well as the little flames that surround spirits in Breath of the Wild. Like, you know, King Rome and all the champions, they are surrounded by those little bluish flames. Spirits right there. I mean, they're not individual spirits, but like the little blue flames, spirits, yes. So, okay, the Master Sword. We don't really know. Can't say for sure. And someone had said earlier, like, that they didn't recognize the Master Sword in the past, so that meant that was evidence towards the past taking place before Skyward Sword. I disagreed with that. I was like, not necessarily. It's a really cool realization. The Twilight connections are very cool. I'm glad that made your day. Zelda lore does tend to do that, at least for me. It's very cool. Master Sword. So. Oh, I just took one of my earbuds out, and that's so weird. What the heck? Okay, nope. Because, like, my ear hurts from it being... Okay, Master Sword. We don't necessarily know that they didn't recognize the sword. Maybe they didn't. But there could be a reason for that. I think that the Master Sword did exist in the past, but maybe they didn't know about it then, or it fell out of memory, because if Tears of the Kingdom, if the totk path was right after Skyward Sword, and before any of the other Zelda games, then, as far as we know, there hasn't been a hero since Skyward Sword. So ever since Skyward Sword, the Master Sword has been resting in the sealed grounds, or the sealed temple, hidden, being watched over, you know? There hasn't been a hero who needed to draw it again, so it's literally, they don't know about it. Couldn't have Zelda looked for the Master Sword in the past. Oh my god. A lot of ideas happening. Oh man. I gotta focus on one thing at a time. Okay. The Master Sword. So I'm gonna not look at the chat for a second so that I can just think this through. Yeah, it was probably hidden away in like the sealed temple. There hadn't been another hero who needed to draw it yet, so it was lost to public knowledge. Or they did know about it and they just kept it secret, or, you know, it was just being watched over, so they didn't really care. I don't know. There were definitely two Master Swords by that point. The one in the sky, in the Light Dragon, and whatever Master Sword was wherever it was on the surface. And if it's the sealed grounds, it probably would have been in the Temple of Time. And actually, in Ocarina of Time, the Master Sword... Was it? I haven't actually played Ocarina. I think it was in the Chamber of or the Temple of Light? Time? Wait, is it like the Temple of Time leads to the Temple of Light, leads to the Sacred Realm? I can't keep up. Master Sword, okay, yeah. Yeah, so it's in the Temple of Time with Rauru, the Sage of Light. Well, I don't have it though, and I can't pay for online to get like, well, wait, no. Is it available, like the NES version? When Nintendo Switch Online? I don't know. But I don't have the money for that. I don't mind saying I never played it, because I know a lot about Zelda lore, even though I've not played a lot of the games. Only 4. Technically 5, but I barely remember that. That's how I tried playing Twilight Princess. But it was super slow and glitchy that it was just unbearable. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I might look into emulation in the future to see. Who knows? But I don't know. So yeah, it was in the Sacred Realm, Master Sword, Temple of Time thing with Rauru, who is said to have built the Temple of Time along with the other sages in order to seal away the Sacred Realm because of the Interloper War, like the Era of Chaos, I think, after Skyward Sword. So if the Temple of Time, Sealed Grounds, and Temple of Time, the Zonai Temple of Time, if all of those are the same place, that would make sense. And so maybe the Master Sword at that point was in the Temple of Time? Who knows? Like, I don't know. Or somewhere else. It could have been moved, I guess. But yeah, I don't... As far as I can remember at this moment, did anyone use the Master Sword in between Skyward Sword and Ocarina? The only game in between those that I can think of right now is just Minish Cap, which, of course, that was the Picori's blade. And if you put 4 swords right after, then it's the 4 sword, not the Master Sword. So it could have been that literally the Master Sword wasn't drawn again or even known about until Ocarina. So that could explain, basically, to get back to my original point, that could explain the whole Master Sword and Tears of the Kingdom Pass deal. Yeah, we don't actually know that they don't fully recognize it. But even if they didn't recognize it, that doesn't mean it's before Skyward Sword. Yeah. Okay. When my energy starts dipping, I blink more on my knowledge. But I still have a good foundation, so good to know that I did remember that right. Yeah. So, okay, someone asked, the ancient hero, how did he get the Master Sword? Well, the ancient calamity was, at the very least, a while after Tears of the Kingdom passed. It was probably at the, like, a lot of people place it, like, at the very end of the timeline, except for before Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild is, like, in between, and the above are the rest of the games. So it would make sense for him to be able to get the Master Sword in that case. If this was before Ocarina, though, I guess it could also make sense. Like, he pulled the Master Sword then, and then put it back for Ocarina. But I don't think that's the case, actually. I think at the very least the calamity has to have happened after. Oh, yeah, duh. It has to have happened after Ocarina. Especially considering the Divine Beasts. Naboris. Varuta. What's the Goron one? Rudania. Darunia. Ruto. Naboru. Master Sword being in the Lost Woods is a link to the past thing. Till Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom expanded the sacred light. Oh god, yeah, I don't even. Dorito gives me a headache. Like it's Dorito or one of the biggest wrenches thrown into the timeline when talking about TOTK. It's the kind of thing where they could have existed and we just didn't know about it. Like they were off to the side in the sky in a different land. Who knows? That's a really lame excuse to have, but I think that's the most that we could say. I think. Like, that's just where we are. We don't know. It's a unsatisfying theory, but yeah. Besides Wind Waker evolution, the entire race. Oh yeah, there's some guy's comic thing. I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember words of that, but yeah. The Zora made it after Wind Waker. They just stayed underwater till the flood was over. Wait. The Zora made what after Wind? Oh, made it as in survived? I see. Not created an item. Yeah, who knows? I haven't played Wind Waker either, so I don't know about the Zora in that timeline. At the very least, I don't remember Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass having Zora, really? Or at least, having them be significant in those games. So who knows? Because, like, we know that those games are definitely chronologically after Wind Waker. Yeah, I don't know. Feels like a way to say the Zora are gone, but there's plenty of... Yes, I do agree. They could have coexisted. They do coexist in Breath of the Wild. And even Tears of the Kingdom's Past. Although, again, it's just a headache. Man. Random thought that I don't know is actually a theory of mine. It's literally just a thought I just had, but the divine beasts that the Sheikah made were named after, like, the Sheikah were involved in the interlopers. Like, they were part of them, or some of them were Sheikah, something. There's some connection there, and perhaps the Sheikah passed down the tale that one day a hero would appear in the form of a divine beast. And this legend continued on the surface, like in Hyrule through the Sheikah, and in the Twilight Realms through the Twilight. And so, Twilight Princess, that's why they mention the divine beast tale being, Wolf Link. And that's why the Sheikah named the giant things, mechanical things, robots, automatons? Divine Beast, that's why they named them that. Oh my god, my throat is dying. Fun fact, in Age of Calamity, the loading screen it's in the style of the Calamity Tapestry, and it shows Link with the Master Sword, and it looks, I think, like exactly the same. So it's definitely the same Master Sword. I mean, in my opinion, it's the same one. There's no evidence really to suggest that it isn't. Only evidence that it is. Hence me wearing it in this shot when I took that. You can? Maybe you could, and I just don't remember. Oh! I do remember that now. Yeah, it's funny. Because, like, they catch up to you or something, I think. If you just keep jumping. Something. Who knows? I need to finish Age of Calamity. There's so much cool content there, even if it's not all canon. There's a lot of stuff. And it's cool. Oh my god, I just tried to take a drink of water and just spilled some on myself. Cold. It shows him going to the tapestry? Yeah, so, about this, I had studied that, the Ancient Heroes headpiece, and, his is symmetrical here. It looks neat, and actually looks more like Zonai inspired, especially these little branches off here. That's the same. You also see this in Sonya and Zelda's jewelry. The Zonai jewelry, specifically. Or the ancient Hyrulean jewelry, because they were both Hylians, whatever. And Ganondorf's looks chaotic and messy. It's like branching off in random directions, whereas this one looks neat, which I find telling for some reason. Somehow it's telling. No, it's... I mean, this is literally like the forehead, eyebrows, hairline is like Ganondorf's. Well, except, I mean, obviously he had like some little spikies at the front, but yeah, no, understandable. These are just the kinds of things that I notice. Yeah. And like this and this part of the Zonite set looks very Gerudo. Like, especially, I think Riju and or Urbosa literally have this necklace, like the top of this, those golden rings, and of course, big gold hoops for earrings. So it's like definitely a lot of Gerudo connections there. Oh, good one. I wonder, besides the names being like actual previous sages, the helms resulting in the beasts. Wait. I'm confused about that. Symmetrical. I can see if I can find an example. Let's see. Birth of the Demon King. You are too late, Rahu. She is merely the first victim of your arrogance. Oh, tragic. Wait. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Here's a good. Wait. No. What? Oh. Okay. Yes. Here's a good shot. So, you can clearly see how this is going off in all little different directions, as opposed to the first my boy. There he is. Ancient heroes being like super symmetrical. Doot. Doot. See? Yeah. By the way, oh my gosh, like the way that the secret stone settle on Ganondorf's head is, it looks super painful. Like, did it dig into his skin? Like, I mean, it looks like it could be a piece of jewelry, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't understand how this can like stay on someone's forehead realistically, but whatever. Zelda game, I guess. Yeah. Oh, huh. It does look silly. The fact that it looks like a wrestling belt or something. He won the heavyweight championship, everyone. Yunobo is John Cena. Confirmed. Yeah. AOC is... It's an underrated game. Its lore is underrated. Its story. But yeah. What the heck was I looking up? AOC opening. Wait, this looks like someone looking angry and blowing bubblegum. Okay. It's irrelevant. Tirko is a character that, yes, absolutely, highly agree. And, you know, I'm sad that, like, well, I guess Zelda literally just completely forgot about him. And, like, by that point, just kind of forgot about him. Ooh, the secret of their relationship. Oh, it's probably just they live in the same house. I've watched a lot of videos about evidence towards them being in a relationship because I'm so into this ship right now. So, oh my god, I love it. Okay, the Age of Calamity intro. Do I have my computer muted? Now I do. Could actually click on it, please. Come on. Let's see. Oh, you said 210. Oh my gosh, YouTube. Get your stuff together. Zelda is totally canon at this point. Yep. I agree. Where else would Link have slept? It would be weird if he just slept in like another house and just totally gave his home to Zelda. Interesting. I gotta check that out because I'm invested in these things. He's a good YouTuber. I like his videos. Oh, here's the Calamity. 2 champions. Yeah. Okay, I see you. A Tale of the Champions. Who's saying this? Dominion of Garden who traveled back through time. Huh? Hello? Look. What? Why'd you? Man, YouTube does not load fast for me. It is so cute. Was this just stylistic? I don't know. Well, I got like little pages. No, the video is lacking. YouTube is right now. But I guess that's pretty much almost the end of the clip. Come on. Oh my god. Yes. There is. Wait. Okay, let's get ahead. YouTube takes a lot of time to load. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder. I don't. What happened to the Sheikah slate? It seems like they just reverse engineered it instead of improved it. Like, the Pearl Pad seems like a completely different device. YouTube is something. Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. What? Oof. As long as the audio was lagging, hopefully. Because I'm not showing too much motion in the stream. Oh my god. Perpets. Oh, Jesus Christ. What? Why is Safari like this? Okay. True. I hadn't thought of it that way. I only thought of the Sheikah slate as like an iPhone or something. But a Wii U, that's funny. Because, yeah, the Pad looks exactly like a Switch. Do you think Ganondorf is... Why do I think he's so overpowered? Him living for so long and being free... Yeah, this dude is crazy. First off, at least this iteration of Ganondorf, he's the source of the calamities, right? Also, wait a minute. You see those eyebrows? Those getting like bushy in the outside? I mean, that's kind of similar. Man. Okay, I think that he legit became the Demon King here. I mean, obviously, he became the but I mean, like, became the incarnation of demise. That's why he transformed and became so powerful when he did. It's like stepping into who you really are. Kind of like the Sage's Awakening. Well, I don't know. Yeah, so fun fact. His secret stone, the symbol on it, is somewhere, probably. It looks just like the kanji for darkness, apparently. Are you gonna show it though? Is it really just in the battle? The final battle that you see it? Also, earlier I was thinking about how, like, this is kind of similar to Wanda, like the Scarlet Witch creating things out of nothing with potent red magic energy and being super overpowered. Like, I mean, she's literally the nexus being of her era.
Was that the sword that seals the darkness? A blade that shatters so easily against my power cannot save you from me.
Wait, does it? Oh, it's memories, not cutscenes. Where is it? Okay. Ganon became Aizen. Cannot see them. Sorry. Yeah. I was just like, wait a minute. Yeah. Let's see if that's too far back.
I'm not even nearing the limits of my power.
Come on, show the symbol. Wait, where is it though? I'd like have a picture of it on my Switch or something. Sorry, what? These are spoilers. Where the heck is it though? What? This game is so cinematic. What even? Like, that looks so cool. Okay, it must. Maybe it's just when he transforms into the Demon King after this, then. Like, Demon King. Demon King. Second form, I guess, is what the game calls it. See, if I use my mouse to skip ahead, it might go too far. Yep. Yes. Yeah, here it is. Oh my god, thank you. Okay. Strips Link of his hat and shirt so you can't. Yeah. Two of the funniest. Like, you know how people will wear stupid things in the ending of Breath of the Wild when Zelda's like, Link, the hero of Hyrule. May I ask, do you really remember me? The two funniest things I've seen is I remember it's Tingle's hat, the Phantom Ganon set, or Phantom Armor set, and I can't remember the pants, but it was something stupid. It looked really funny. It just, trust me. And then there's Point the thing, there's like a Point Crow clip where he used a mod to make Link look weird as hell. Like his bodily proportions were super like skinny, and his head was like Sans or something from Undertale. Yeah. Yeah, no, my best guess as to that is that he's literally becoming the incarnation of Demise here. And obviously that guy's pretty powerful. He is highly his equivalent. Man. Okay, let's see if I can... I don't? Okay, here. Yeah. There we go. See? It's pretty darn similar. Yep. So, his, even though we never hear what exactly it is, it's darkness. Yeah. Why didn't the rest of them beat up Ganon? Stasis him? My brain's doing a loading screen. Yeah, my only guess is that Demise could come back in another game, but I don't know. Tingle? Just kidding. Zelda was the one who performed recall on him. Phew.
You will late today, the inevitable. I've seen this before.
I like quoting things sometimes because it's silly. Yeah, he just like smacked them back. He was just barely able to get out of the way and like distract Ganondorf so he can get behind him and go. Yep, that's the sound effect it makes. Okay. BRB. Yeah, it was like a split second advantage that they gained there. So I don't think they could have attacked him in that time. Oh my god, there's so many... What's the word? Parallels between Ganondorf and Rauru. I love it. One really interesting one is that when he screams Rauru's name, or wait, when Rauru screams Ganondorf's name, Zelda calls Rauru's name at the same time. So it's like Ganondorf and Rauru are said simultaneously, and it's like, hey, why did she become the Light Dragon if her stone was the Time Stone? Well, maybe it's because light is an element, whereas time isn't. Like, time is more of a concept. Oh man, he angry. Somewhere. His face. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, but that's a good point. That literally her stone was actually actively the time stone. Time stone? Wait a minute. Another Marvel connection. Wait, there is a time stone, right? Like a stone, infinity stone that's yellow? Is that mind? No, time is green. Never mind. Okay. I mean, Zelda is a massive being of light. She has very strong light powers. I don't know why it amplified her time power. Because she's like really powerful in the light aspect. I don't know. Maybe it's like the light was already so powerful that instead it just amplified time. I'll plug my computer in. I don't know. We know that stones don't have to be a specific thing. Like they are blank slates until they find a power to amplify. And then they shift to that power. Yeah, I can't think of a truly solid answer to that. Just like guesses, really. You know what? I'm gonna play this. And you will die knowing that you failed. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. So, about that, I started making a whole video about, is Link the Sage of Time now? And I might or might not actually finish it. I started writing a script. I hate writing scripts. I do. And it's kind of a loose topic. I don't know, it's just kind of, He's not the sage of time. Yeah, that's one of the things I really did not like about this game, is that they have no mention of a child. But clearly they must have had a child for Zelda to exist and have their time light powers, right? So everyone's conclusion to that has just been, I guess they just did off screen and the game never mentioned it. That's it, I think. Sucks, but that's it. Best guess. Because yeah, they literally both die. So yeah, who knows? So about that, I can discuss the thingy-majig. This one, we'll choose this. Link and the Sage of Time thing. So, here. What I concluded is that so, people have powers even if they don't have stones, right? She is simply gifting him that power, not giving him a stone, because he doesn't have a stone. He only has the recall power. It reminds me of like, see, there's no stone here. It's the same exact way that the other sage abilities appear on his hand, like with little symbols. Yeah, people speculated that, like, what if Link's champion ability is time manipulation? Because, like, flurry rushes and bullet time. And I think there's something to that. And also, this Master Sword has strong ties to time. Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword, this game, you know. But I don't actually know. I'm like, because Ganondorf can also flurry rush, right? So that alone means it's not unique to Link. So Link is kind of like a blank slate. He can absorb a bunch of other people's powers. That's what he's always doing. Like the champion abilities in Breath of the Wild. So this is similar to that, in my opinion. Kind of like, so. Similarly to how the Lights of Blessing resemble spirit orbs, this reminds me of the champion abilities being like orbs. Speaking of powers and arms, hands. Did Rauru have Ultra Hand and others himself, or could it be a zonai thing? I think he had it himself, but it could have just been a zonai thing because he really does. He's a rebel. So literally, where is it? This symbol, whenever it pops up, there we go. That's Ultra Hand. You use Ultra Hand to unlock that. Or whatever. Like, this makes me think all the zonai had that. Because if this is what is used to authorize zonai things, that implies all the zonai had it. Right? Like, you use this to open zonai chests, speak to constructs when they're, like, locked still, like, underground. Or depths. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, man, this is really different because, I mean, it's literally shown in, like, his, in the menu, like, under the powers, it's one of them, whereas the sage abilities are just vows under that. For real, those guys are powerful. Yeah. Dial-up sounds. Yeah. Ascend is my favorite ability, I think. It's so cool. It's a tiny side note, but when I finally finished the Great Sky Island, I went to the Temple of Time, and, or at the very least after it got ascend, I went there and just ascended through each level of the temple, you know? And I was like, oh my god, this is so effing cool. Because it's like symbolic, you know? Or what? Yeah. Like Ascension, the Temple of Time. So cool. Yes, oh my gosh. That'll be cool. Well, who's to say that, like, Sonia and Zelda didn't experience a pause in time when doing recall? Because also, where would it be? Because it also goes gray around it. You know, so that makes me think it's... Ah! Loud! Jesus Christ. Okay. I love this cutscene so much. It's just so cool. Sorry, okay, I'll stop. Yeah. Yeah, it would be hard to, like, while the object is still moving, and being thrown at you, for instance, to recall it in like a split second. So yeah, it does make sense. I think stopping time and time powers is similar. It seems to me that a recall was created first and then the story. I think so too. Like, I think they were like, okay, we're gonna have cutscenes, like the main story in this game. How are we gonna implement it? Well, what if we did a memory sort of thing again, where you go to a location and you recall that moment? Recall. Like, literally, that is the action that shows up when you do it in Breath of the Wild. It says, press A to recall. Someone pointed that out before the game came out, and I was like, oh my god, you're right. And then that is exactly what it was. You recall it in Tears of the Kingdom 2. Yeah, that's true. It did fit really well with their story, too. Yeah. Like, to see the full story, like, what are words? In the first trailer, you see them like that, and you're like, what happened? I want to see a flashback of this. Boom, flashback. If that's what you mean, then yes, agree. Recall is pretty cool. It's super underrated too. Sandwiches. Look, it's more zonai symbol. Zonai. I haven't actually transcribed these yet, but they are there. His face. Yeah, the spiky hands pointed at Ganondorf. Where is it? Trailers. I fully agree. By the way, a prediction I have from what's it called? Where's the shadow? Here it is. There. Come on. Okay, it's close up, so you can't get an exact image. Oh my god. Yes. Stuff. Boom. Ah, the agony. You bite my heart and steal my magic. You intend to hold me here. You only delay the inevitable. But are you prepared to sacrifice whatever? I know exactly what I am sacrificing. Blah 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 blah. Words. Yeah. Yeah, DLC prediction. Pura becomes the Sage of Spirit, or some kind of sage. And I can expand on that, if y'all want. It will have spoilers, though, for the true ending. Let me know if you want to hear. Yeah, I have not eaten much today. Wow. And my throat hurts, kind of. Okay. Where is it? Wait. Okay. Alright. So, there's the true ending. I hate this stupid bar. Why can't it just whatever. I'm curious what you mean. Oh, like under Hyrule Castle? Yeah. Okay, I'ma just continue on. So, Minoru, woo, love her. All the sages, Zelda, Link, Pora. Wait, what's she doing there? You might be thinking. She's not a sage. Why's she up there? Well, I think she's gonna become a sage, and I mean, obviously, she is like. Minoru is based on Pora's design. It's on the construct. I think this is similar to how the sage avatars also wear the stones. Like, you can see the stones on them. I think it's just similar to the sage avatars, really. But yeah, I forget what happens after she goes bye-bye. Oh, so sad. No. Tears of the kingdom. Let's see. What happens to her construct? I forget. So yeah, Pura's like, they're literally doing all this stuff, saying all this. Oh, that's what happens. Rip. So they're like saying all this stuff about sages. And they're all like, okay, we support you, Zelda. Ask the sages. Let's see. Okay. And Pora's, she's just standing in the background. She's not saying anything because she's not a sage. But Minoru is gone now. So they need someone to replace her. And I mean, everyone loves Pura now. Like, choosing her to be the next sage would be a good choice on their part. People love Pura. And she's very smart. Construct has super Spirit Trek vibes. Constructoru. I haven't played Spirit Treks, and I actually don't know much about it, to be honest. I love them. Best. Amazing. Great. Wait, did they make a bridge? Oh my gosh. I didn't even notice that. Because, you know, they can't use Ascend. Exactly. Yeah. Wait, possesses armor? Ooh. Oh yeah, that's the whole premise of the game, right? Uh, or whatever. I know Zelda's spirit is like disembodied, and that she possesses things, and that's part of the gameplay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Is there some sort of hint as to it? Did Minoru somehow bring them up there? Here. Okay, whatever. Just play. Yo, what? Where do they come from? how did how did they get there? Uh, I mean, okay. By the way, the reason I think they'll expand on the zonai is this moment. Right? Same. Yeah, I love them. Uh, possibly. All of them at once. Maybe they set a travel medallion up in the sky. Or, they could have also just legit used zonai devices. There's still a bunch laying all around the surface. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I wonder how, like, in real life that would work. Gliding? Like, you're falling in the sky, and then you pull out a paraglider. How would that? Is that possible? I mean, I know, like, the gliding suit is realistic as it's like a wingsuit, basically, but glider specifically. Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a minute, what about a travel medallion? But someone would have had to gone up there and place it there first. So I think they probably just use zonai devices. Maybe they placed the medallion there after going up there, because they're like, it would be helpful to be able to return easily to this spot. Yeah, who knows? See, ancient heroes aspect right there. Where is he? Ancient heroes aspect. Ancient heroes aspect. Pretty. Just saying. Okay. Side note, I'm sorry, I hate Unovo in this game. I'm not even a hater. I'm not a hater, but I hate Unovo. I tried to like attack him so many times in the fire temple. As a he let me think. There's unique dialogue that you get when talking to Simon in the Hateno school. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. He did, but he was still so annoying. Like, get out of my way, dude. He was so frustrating to me. And then, like, his AI coming and going. It was bad in Breath of the Wild. It's bad in Tears of the Kingdom too. I don't like it. Reuse is the worst though. Fair. There's also I learned the backstory about Sidon and Yona's relationship. And I can share that. So okay, the ancient hero. There's unique dialogue with Simon, but I wasn't able to go back and capture it for the video. Yeah. Nice. But I did record Impa, Pora, what's his face, Taro. Oh my god. You see, this is how, like, I took all these videos on my Switch. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, Yunobo? Jesus. Quite the get up. Pura says you look good with it. Impa just says, blah, blah. You look like the ancient hero. That's literally it. Well, that's so funny. Also, fun fact. I mean, I talked about this with some other Zelda theorists. I talk with a lot of Zelda theorists all the time. We can't see a lot of the bottom of the screen. Oh, it's weird. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't. It is strange. See, there's like an option to crop it or something, but I chose not to. Should I? I don't think it has anything. Yeah, I don't. I don't know where that was. I don't remember. Okay. I mean, I could go to that, but it might show stuff, so. Dang. That's weird. Why is it not doing it? Oh my gosh, so many stuff open. Whoa. Is there a way to like... Whoa. Wait, is this... I could... Oh. Is this changing it? Oh my Jesus. Wait. This is so... Oh, it's only within this thing. Well, now I know, I suppose. How do you... This is weird. I don't know OBS. I literally downloaded it hours ago. Is that something better? Like, the basic short. It's just hard to see videos showed below. I see, okay. Let me know if it's better now. To know about subtitles. Can I not? Okay. computer's just being slow. Jesus Christ. Okay, I need to close some of this. Wait, why did I record 3 times? I don't think so. Yeah. Hello, Erin. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that this is at least enjoyable. Yeah. I'm really good at talking about this stuff. I'm less good at just saying it at a video. But I love talking to others about Zelda lore. That's good. Okay. What was I doing even? Much butter. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I saw a silly meme the other day that it was where someone fused goat butter to a sword, and they were like, I wanted a better sword, not a butter sword. Oh. I don't. Wait, are you talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Ah, I haven't seen it. Yeah. Simon's was like the most unique, but I couldn't find it online. Like there was even another video that was like all unique interactions when wearing the ancient heroes aspect. But it showed all of them except for Simon. And I was like, dang. Well. And I think it's only a one-time thing. Like, he only does that the first time you go up to him. And, I mean, I already went up to him. That's how I knew that he had unique dialogue. So I couldn't recreate it. And, of course, I'm not gonna do an entire second game file yet. Just for that. Interesting. That's very interesting. Huh. Let's see, where's the Impa? Impa cutscene. Oh my gosh, okay. Impa cutscene, thank you. Wait, this reminds me of something. I feel like I've seen a YouTube video where someone was talking about Japanese stuff. Okibai. Japanese versions of the games about a word for hero and called Link that. Like, I don't know. I might be wrong. Blah 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 blah. Da, 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 da. Oh, here we go. If it would go. Come on. Here we go. His final blow. Whoa. Oh, like inspired by that in real life? I mean, there are a lot of ancient civilizations that the Zelda universe draws inspiration from. Like a lot. So if that's what you mean, then maybe. But I don't know about like forgotten history specifically. So yeah, interesting. Okay. The hero delivered his final blow. Okay. Where is it? All my files for Sonia are just called basket because we didn't know her name, and the picture of her in the art book, she was holding a basket, so everyone called her basket. I need to update that. That's funny. What am I even looking for? Oh, here we go. Okay. Just a fun thing I noticed. What? Whoa. Like, literally. But, yeah, what? You know? Yeah. Exactly, yeah. And he was said to be a knight. I don't remember exactly where that was said, but it was said. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Impa's tier, and like the fact that it's white with those marks, and then there's tears here, and on both Rauru and Minaru's foreheads, you know, they have this similar tear on their noses. It's like a third eye and then one white tear right here. So I don't know, it's just similar. Zelda only has one tear on both sides, too. Zelda. That's not her face. Well, that's. Yeah, there's something there. There's something, I think. So the Sheikah were just Hylians. Like, they were just humans who were designated the Sheikah. And, I mean, they probably, obviously, developed unique genes due to being a specific clan, you know, because that's how things work. But they were originally like Hylians. They were just chosen by the goddess to be this specific role, the Sheikah clan. So I think that these ancient Hylians and Sheikah, I think there's some relation there. My brain is not going as fast as it normally would right now, but yeah. And like the way that this lines up so well. It's even got a little thing at the end. They didn't have to include that little bit. They could have just left it at the eye. But nah. Boom. Ow, my head and throat and ears hurt. Ow. Yeah, obviously Sheikah have time Sheikah have time manipulation powers. And they probably made the Gates of Time. Probably were responsible for all the time shift stone stuff. The ancient robots. And this was probably. They were probably granted these powers by Hylia. Like, just straight up by Hylia. She's the goddess of time. I'm pretty convinced of that now. You know. I don't know. That's one of the most One of the most frustrating things about this game. We thought we were gonna get answers about the zonai, but they don't even answer the most basic question. What happened to them? Like, what? Really? All that we hear is that the noble zonai no longer grace this world with their presence. According to Ganondorf. Show fealty, come on. Wait. Come on. Finals plate. Come on, bro. Let's see what he says. Yeah, I also wonder about where the Sheikah were. Like, they're intricately tied to the royal family and the descendants of Hylia, so where are they? They no longer grace this world with their presence. They descended long, long ago. Thanks. That gives us so much information. Not. Yeah. Possibly. Except this, well, the skies are abandoned. I don't know. I would hope so. Or wait, like, as in he said, there's gonna be a next game. I have ideas for that. I haven't been keeping up with anything the developers have been saying after the release. I think the Sheikah may be Bootstrap Paradox by Zelda, telling... I forget what the Bootstrap Paradox is. Is that... That's not the Grandfather Paradox. Something. I mean, they could have just gone to space. Who knows? I have no idea. I have no... You know, one thing that I have thought to myself multiple times is that if I had told my past self that a rehydrated Ganondorf in the past would be talking about Zonai history, I would not believe me. Like, this is amazing. Like, it's all I hoped for that, you know, in this game. Zonai, literally my only, what's it called? Expectations for this game was basically Zonai lore, and I knew we'd get that, and we got it, so yay. How the geoglyphs exist, they didn't before Zelda went back in time. Well, yes, this is because when she shed her tears in the past, they landed on the surface, you know, but they didn't create the geoglyphs. People of ancient times drew the geoglyphs around the tears because they themselves saw the memories, were inspired by what they saw, and drew geoglyphs to match it. So that actually, this is regular logic. Her bringing the Pearl Pad back in the Sheikah slate to wait. Yo, oh my gosh. That would be crazy. Whoa. That would be insane. What? Ugh, my throat hurts. Oh. Oh, well, yeah, the whole events of the game, the whole upheaval itself, made things from the past reappear, is how I see it. So yeah, technically, literally everything involved in that is part of the time loop. This is good to know. I did not realize that it was. Okay, looks like. Luckily, it was shown in the order before. Never used or mentioned? I don't know. I mean, if I were Ganondorf, I wouldn't be going for these tiny rocks. I'd be going for the Triforce, you know? But this. I mean, it's like Nintendo is doing. Just going away with the. Triforce? Doing away with it, or not completely. I'm bad at wording right now, but like. I don't know. And nearly every past game has been getting the Triforce, or making sure it isn't gotten by the bad guy. Like it's such a big common thing that they just decided to do something different. I've also heard a theory that the secret stones are shards of the Triforce, which is super interesting and pretty compelling. Dang. Yeah, somebody made a video. It might have been like Zelda, where they said that the Triforce, or pieces of the Triforce, seem to be able to transfer through bloodlines. And so, if one of the Zeldas got the full Triforce, it would make sense if the rest of the Zeldas got it as well. Well, Yes, existence. I mean, every bit of history in between the ancient calamity, or like the ancient calamity and up until Tears of the Kingdom, is all part of this time loop, you know? So technically, yes. The only the same way the king who buried the tech was. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Maybe it will. I mean, Zelda. Okay, look at this. Get out the way. Look at this. Okay, you can barely see that in this video, but that's the Triforce right there. That's the freaking Triforce. Yeah. It also would make sense to me if, like, the Triforce shards were given to the Zonai by the gods from whom they were descended. Okay, I have thoughts, but it's hard to organize them into sentences. So, if the zonai were descended from gods, if those gods were the golden goddesses, who, you know, made the Triforce, maybe, and the zonai got these secret stones gifted from those gods. So it could be that they were responsible for protecting the Triforce. And, like, in shards or something. One thing is that I'm not actually sure if, like, when, well, I guess the zonai have to, yeah, no, it's bleh. My brain is going a little slow. The zonai were up in the heavens. That's where their civilizations were. And I mean, that's where the Triforce was originally hidden, up in the sky, like with Skyloft. Yeah. Yeah, the, like, Triforce of Wisdom, or yeah, something like that. Because, yeah, it was emanating from her right hand, which she was holding the stone in. Now we know. The way that the Triforce is often depicted, like on Sonya Team. Yep, I agree. Let's see, where is it? But Zelda, there is more on your mind than just that. What? How did you know? Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Boom. Triforce. Okay. Somewhere I have an image. I don't know where it is though. It might just be saved on my phone. Man, I don't know. But basically, the designs on Sonya's arms match Zelda's golden bracelets from Breath of the Wild. Agree. She's the best. I love her. They match Zelda's golden bracelets, as well as Skyward Sword Zelda's purple bracelets. It seems like this design is like symbolic, like it's what the Zeldas wear. Or the descendants of the goddess Hylia. Dots. She's so pretty. Like, help. Oh my god. I literally... Oh, yeah. Yeah. So what? Okay. I drew her. And this is now, like, my profile pic for some things. Because I love it so much. I love her so much. She's so pretty. Yeah. Simping over. So pretty. I love it. Man, okay. Yeah. Man, this has been going for a good amount of time. My throat really does hurt. And I have stuff tomorrow where I have to talk for 3 hours straight. I know. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just sitting here, like, in my mind, tears. I'm not actually tearing up, but in my mind I am, because, yes, I agree with these messages. Why is the eye symbolism so prominent in Legend of Zelda and this real world? Well, the Legend of Zelda, that's... I mean, there are many... Well, like you said, the real world has a lot of prominent eye symbols in it. Because it's, like... I think generally just, like, the third eye, just seeing beyond, is a thing. Like literally, like a lot of cultures have a sort of third eye thing, and then there's also ancient Egypt with the Eye of Horus, which is what the Shikas was based on. Like that specific design is based on the Eye of Horus. I don't know. And eyes like being windows into the soul, you know? Like you can easily see how this would have influenced, especially Skyward Sword Impa's eye. Like on her forehead. Where is she? Come on. That. Pixelated ears. Come on. Okay. Yeah. Like the little swirls too. Yep. Tis a thing. Oh yeah. Here's another thing I made comparing them. Their appearances. Especially like the yellow hair though. I mean, it could be unrelated because like all the Zeldas, almost all the Zeldas have blonde hair, right? And the reason Impa had yellowish hair in this game could have been something about the ancient Sheikah being different. Like they have white hair in the other games, but here it's like an in-between of like white and twily hair color. It's like a midway thing. Who knows? Son of a gut, I'm super into Egypt look. Aware of the inspiration behind this? Yeah. Yep. Wait, eye makeup? Ooh. Like the tear? What eye makeup? Can you not? What? Okay. Wait, why are you talking about ancient Greece and then showing Egypt? I mean, I know there's like a history tied there, but what? Huh? That didn't come from Greece, pretty sure. Wait, hold on. What's this? Interesting. Oh, yeah, no. And wait till you see Raru. Where is he? Maybe this? Boom. White tear. Prominently shown on the face. Boom. Boom. Like a long one specifically. Below an eye. Yeah. It's like a real word. Or the real word has an H after it, or anglicized, I guess. But without the H, that's the name of the character. Eli's been an important symbol. Yeah. Yeah, there's like, it's such a common thing in the world. I mean, I can't explain why something's like I don't know that much about world. What would that even be? Cultural anthropology? Who knows? What the heck? What is it? Optician? Okay, this is just. What is this picture? What? Okay. Well, lots of eye symbols apparently. People really like eyes, I guess. Gateways into the soul. Yeah. Like the real word can be spelled without the H. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I didn't know that. True. I guess I'll just leave it up. I don't really know what else to show right now. Yeah. Them. Yes. Blue. I mean, that makes sense just because, like, most of the links, if not all, have blue eyes. Although it's not that important. Like, not every hero or every link has to have blue eyes. But it is a common thing, so I guess that makes sense. Or something. But, let's see. Honestly, even besides the eye color, I am more interested in the eye shape. Do you see this? What is that? Huh? Not even the zonai have eyes like that. Ooh. Whoa. Yep. Yeah, the eyes are insane. They move like dragon eyes. They don't move like regular eyes. And yeah, there's no sclera. Unlike the zonai, even they have like white around their eyes. So hyrulean. Yes. Hello, Maya. I'm not too versed in Bible verses. I'm just kidding. I don't know much about biblical lore, so I can't say, but I guess I could see that. I mean, obviously, the flood seems like potentially inspired by the Great Flood in Christianity. I don't know about any of that though. Myself. Somewhere I have a video showing this guy's eyes moving, and it's like real weird. It might just be on my phone. I might not have sent it to my computer. Wait. Oh. Do-do-do-do. If I airdrop it, it will show my name though, so. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but it's freaky. Yeah. There's also the interesting fact that, like, Rauru has, like, horns, but the ancient hero doesn't. My throat and ears hurt. Ow. Ouch. Okay. Yes. So I thought about the zonai's relation to the depths. And, I mean, there could be more there, but at the very least, I think it actually makes a decent amount of sense for them to have a massive presence in the depths, if only to mine that ore. Because it is what they use to make their islands float in the sky. So it makes sense that they would mine it. And, you know, they, like, decked out the entirety of the depths with zonai devices and structures, right? And this was because they mined down there. But they didn't have civilization, like, how are words? What? No one lived there, basically. But they had a lot of structures down there nonetheless. So they spent a lot of time there. I even have a theory about the Colosseums in the depths that, like, they're clearly zonai made, and they were made for entertainment. Potato cheese! That's hilarious. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, like, if there's a mystical, amazing civilization that's floating in the sky, who's way ahead of their time, when that kind of thing appears in a story, usually they come down and interact with people who are normal. So I guess that makes sense, but otherwise I don't know why they would. I don't know. I mean, they had to have, like, at least been on the surface a little in order for them to get to the depths. You know, they have to pass the surface first. Ancient. Okay. I'll read this. I'm obsessed with our ancient past, only because there's been great efforts to conceal it. There's barely anything on it, and we're supposed to believe. Yet, ancient. I mean, yeah, I don't know much about anthropology, but there's a lot there, and it's a very cool subject. I agree. Well, I think that they probably mined the rocks first and then used it to float up. But who knows, you know, it could be, like, even just the Minish. Oh my god, I mix up the Minish and the Wind Tribe. Like, I've looked it up. I've tried to understand, but I just struggle. I mix them up, but one of those tribes, mastered the wind element and used it to lift their structures into the sky. So it could have been that, you know, could have been anything. And then there's also the Akka, who it looks like they created technology to lift their cities into the sky. So similar to what we see in Castle in the Sky, the Ghibli movie. They're like, bye to Robert and Bitter. Yeah, it is silly. And fun fact, it's not even Robert or Minoru. Wait, actually, Minoru was probably involved. Maybe not. No, she wasn't. It was no zonai were involved in lifting the Temple of Time into the sky. It was just the rest of the sages who were still alive. Yeah. Okay. Okay, my brain's just doing error 404 on this. Sorry. But yeah, you know, so yeah, well, just at least this Temple of Time. That's all like it actually says. I don't know if it's the full Great Sky Island they meant, just the temple. But yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, they could have made it go down. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they were on, you know, the blocks in the sky, the whitish ones with dragons on the sides, that just float, and they ultra hand rockets to it, pointing downwards, and boom, descended to the surface. I don't know. Like, they could have easily accomplished it, but yeah, I don't know. It's maybe, you never know. Ugh, Jesus. Okay. Okay, so this is an interesting parallel. I don't know why they call it this. It's Ethereum. Not the cryptocurrency, but in the Castle in the Sky, there was a race called the Laputians, and they had structures that floated in the sky, hence Castle in the Sky. And they did this because they knew how to process this specific kind of ore called Ethereum. And then they used it to send a magnificent island aloft. Sounds familiar, no? Yeah, there's so many parallels. I took these screenshots, like like 2 years ago. So I noticed these similarities a long time ago. Nice. I think, I need to watch Nausicaa again, but I haven't watched it since Tears of the Kingdom, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of the depths was inspired by it. Especially like the depths fireflies. The deep fireflies, I mean. I feel like those were in Nausicaa. Yes, in like all of the whole thing with the the green zonai crystals that you have to bring them to the spot and then they turn into shrines. Those also have the green light pointing to them. That is absolutely a reference to Laputa. Absolutely. Probably have a picture of it. Yep. I even noticed this like specific thing also inspired the light tower in Skyward Sword. The one that was on Skyloft that pointed, I think it was to the Isle of Songs? Like it pointed inside the Thunderhead? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Also the Valley of the Winds in Nausicaa. I'm pretty sure that inspired Hiteno Village. It looks so similar. Where are things? So like in this, there are both straight up crystals and then like parts of the ground that glow with this stone. And this is exactly what it looks like under Hyrule Castle, Interesting. Oh, for real? I have heard some like similarities pointed out between these games. Maybe I should play them eventually if I have money. When I have it, or whatever. Yeah, who knows? Something to consider. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. Definitely did. I agree. Yep, yep. And then, oh my gosh. The dragons. And this also, the dear god looking like the Zonai. And it turning into a dragon. Okay. 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 That's even further evidence. Like, I mean, not evidence, but like, it supports the theory, kind of, that the dragons, the three elemental dragons, were once Zonai who swallowed secret stones and became draconified. Like, this is exact. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I've especially seen like this green spirit magic that looks super similar to the trailers. So you know how in the past when Raura was living, there was Skylands present in a Skyward Sword. There are time shift stones. So what if the stones are in the islands? Yeah, stones are in. So the islands, the Zonai Islands, their foundations were built with zonite, which had properties that allowed their islands to float. So that's how they accomplished that. And I mean, all we know is that it's zonite and has a lot of different uses, but there's so many similarities between time shift stones and zonite. Yes, literally. Like, I don't know what that sound was. Like, this is the exact same is the one trailer. I think it's June 2021. But you know, the intro where it's like gloom floating up to the corner of the screen. It's it's this, yes. Oh my gosh. And look, even he looks like this, like Link when his outfit's damaged and he's damaged by the gloom. So, okay, Princess Mononoke is a fascinating movie. I would look up trigger warnings for it because there's a lot of intense stuff in here and a lot of specifically gore, like lots of gore. So, be prepared for that. You know, some disturbing stuff. It's really good, but yeah, just do your research beforehand, I would say. There's a website called doesthedogdie.com, and it's a strange name, I know, but it's super useful for things like this. It tells you what things are in a piece of media. So, like, people ask questions, and then others who've seen the thing select yes or no. Questions like, for example, if there's a dog in it, does it die? Hence the name. So he did the side quest and he was collecting zonite. Was it for the purpose of the robot he made? You know, I still don't understand. I don't know. The whole reason that the Yiga were setting up in the depths and around mines, oh yeah, I hadn't even noticed that, you know? Yes, she looks so much like Sam. Which, that's a bad picture, but... I don't know exactly why the monsters are collecting zonite. There's even like a Yiga notebook underground that asks that specific question. They're like, okay, the monsters are demons too. Like they also are loyal to Ganondorf, but they're still hostile to us Yiga. Yet they're mining the stone. I can't remember exactly what it said, but they were like, what? Yeah, no, for sure. Just wanted to give a fair warning because it isn't it. Okay. Related movies. I'm gonna type it in chat. So, I was about to type Skyward Sword. That's not a Ghibli movie. Yeah, so Castle in the Sky. Just to like note it all down. Jeez, there's at least one other. Sorry about the weird loop. Oh my gosh, this is so far behind. Probably. So, okay. How are the Yiga building things like Link? I don't know. I mean, you could put stuff together in other ways, I guess. It doesn't have to be Ultrahan ectoplasm. Skyward Sword is my favorite Ghibli movie. Same. Yeah, though. There's so many similarities between them. Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna have to look up Ghibli movies because I know there's more that are similar. I just gotta. I mean, you could probably find inspiration in, like, any Ghibli movie. Oh, Howl's Moving Castle. Boom. And, wait, I'm not typing that in the right window. Okay. Spirited Away is super, parts of it definitely inspired Tears of the Kingdom's ending, and it's beautiful. Yeah. Especially the Divine Beasts. The concept art for them looked super similar to Howl's Moving Castle. I haven't seen all these movies, but yeah, I can at least vouch for these. I would have to tell you how. So let me know if you want me to answer it, knowing that it will contain spoilers. Like, if you've already beat the game, then it won't be a spoiler, but yeah. I just need to live long enough to see this through, and you're going to help me, Collector. That's a quote from the Owl House that I thought of because I saw my username. Okay, yeah. I don't have Spirit Away downloaded, but you know the little guy, the little boy who talks to Chihiro. He legit turns into a dragon, and she rides around on him. And nice. Why isn't it open? Oh, it's because I haven't opened new window. And I think like he transforms back into a boy eventually, and they float in the sky together. They're like skydiving next to each other. Like, come on. You're good on the spelling. I talked about that earlier in the stream. Basically, I don't know. My best guess is that this Hyrulean citizens broke down all of the Sheikah tech and repurposed it. But it's a bit of an unsatisfying answer. It's probably the most likely thing, but personally, an interesting theory I have is that yeah. So, the upheaval caused a lot of Ghibli movies for free. I mean, I don't necessarily want to advocate for piracy, but okay, I will. I'll check out your channel sometime. Let me think. Where can you watch Ghibli movies? Well, I will say there's a website that just has archived things on the internet. It's cool, called archive.org, and you can find some stuff there. You can even literally find creating a champion on it, and you can search the words within it, which is amazing. Dismantle all of it. Like, yeah, I don't know. But there have been so many significant changes over these few years, too. Yeah. Like, some of the Sheikah tech could have just gone back under the surface, but oh yeah, back to my theory. Okay, I have to focus. The upheaval made a bunch of stuff from the past reappear. It transformed the world. Like, the physical landscape, It wasn't just that structures appeared. I mean, the very patterns in the rocks and the ground, the plants, like there are some places of water on the surface that have like lily pads now and stuff that looks a lot more sacred. It resembles the stuff on the Great Sky Island. And so yeah, I think that he did more than bring things back. He transformed the world into how it was in the past, at least like similar to how it was, not completely, but similar. And if that's the case, he could have also made the Sheikah shrines and stuff disappear because they weren't made back then. He could have been reverting the world back to the past in some ways. Huh. That's a really interesting idea. I hadn't thought of that. Like obviously Ganondorf raised up the castle, but everything else, I still, I can't explain why he would have even wanted to do that. Like why would he bring shrines back if they're going to aid people in defeating him, right? So that makes sense. It's oh my gosh, it's similar to how in Skyward Sword, for instance, you get the seed for the Tree of Life and you bring it to the sealed temple, plant it in the past, and then when you return to the future, it's a full-grown tree. That is a really good point. Although, actually, the shrines were created, the shrines of blessing were created by Rauru and Sonia before Zelda came there. He destroys the Sheikah one. That's right. I don't know about destroys, but he could have. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, no, like literally, Rauru and Sonia created the shrines when the Kingdom of Hyrule was in its infancy because a bunch of monsters were on the surface terrorizing the citizens, and they knew they had to do something. So they created these shrines, where these shrines of light. Oh, was I saying shrines of blessing? I meant shrines of light. Whatever. But yeah, no. I know this is very off topic, but yes, it's based on the collector. Okay, boop. I love quoting things for the Owl House. Yeah, no, at first I was calling myself the commentator. It's like a whole thing. But in my head, I just kept saying the collector instead, like on accident. And I like that character a lot. So I was just like, you know what? That sounds so much better than commentator. So I just changed the name to the collector. And then I just ended up making that like this brand because this is the collector runs this whole channel and the corresponding blog, blah blah blah. Ganondorf will go back to the desert and take the throne. The Garuda will probably be like, GTFO, bro. We learned from the past. If he came back. The totk shrines don't actually make sense then. Hyrule is just a great plateau unless they went across the realm making them, including next to the Master Sword. I'm not sure my brain is fully wrapping around that. Oh my gosh, do finish it. It's so good. The second to last episode? Yeah, have a great night. Oh, thank you. Yeah, good night. Why are there bosses in the depths? I mean, it's pretty full of gloom. There are a lot of monsters. Just, yeah. At the very least, the frogs are native to the depths, so they're probably always there. I don't know about, like, the Glia. Oh, do you mean, like, the temple bosses? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like they only appear there after you defeat them elsewhere. Do it. The second to last episode of the Owl House features the collector a lot, and I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I have Francois. I have a plushie of Francois that I keep next to my pillow. He's a foot away from me. I love him. Anyway, and the last episode is amazing. It's amazing. It has a lot of similarities to Breath of the Wild, I found. I even made a video on that, but, watch the episode first, and then if you want to see the parallels, you can watch the video. How much time has actually passed between when the sages received our stones and when they face Ganon? I guess so. I don't think a lot of time has passed. Shrines are meant to hold evil, and they're across the entire map, but, like, isn't baby Hyrule implied to be only beyond the plateau in Survivor's time? If there wasn't actually much water, then the shrines on the water and one temple island seems like they would be anachronistic unless they were just original. Okay, I don't know about that, but I can answer the one about them being on the map and everything, so things. I will show you the answer to that. Let's see, where was it? I'm trying to think which memory it was in. No one saw that. But Link, I am not sure you'll be able to stop him. Oh my gosh, where was it? Oh, it must be. Yes, okay. It's the second memory, I believe. Wait. What? What's happening? Okay. Give me a moment. I'll show you though. Wait, where's the memory where she's like standing with them on the plateau? There. Oh. Okay, I can't fully remember, but you are not alone. Let's see. Of Zelda. Jesus, where is it? So, the Great Plateau and the Temple of Time. The Temple of Time is on the Great Plateau, right? But that's not their castle. Their castle is in a different location. And it's somewhere in these memories. I cannot remember though. Like, I can see the picture in my head. Hyrulean historians showed me them. And we're just gonna skip past that part. Jesus, where is it? Ugh. Sorry, I'm just like trying to find all this. I don't think it's on the plateau. Jesus, where? I'm so confused right now. Okay, yes. Maybe it's at the end of this memory. No, it's where she's like, but that must mean, gasp. She's right before this. I'm so sorry. Okay, oh my gosh, no. Where is it? My brain is failing right now. Also, I'll have to take my medicine in 8 minutes. But first, get them together. So, okay. So I'm reading the comments now. Jesus, where? It's not in this memory, because I specifically remember the lighting of it. This shot. It was like grayish, but lit up. Yeah. Oh my lord. Okay, I'm dying. Maybe it's in this. Oh my gosh, okay. A master sword in time. Where is it at? Oh my lord. Where is... Jesus, where is it? But how is the master sword? I know I am here. Something only I can do. Link, you must find me. Jesus Christ, where the heck? Oh, there! Jeez, where? It was like just. Was it just right there? Oh my god. Just to see the full view without the stupid thing. There, okay. If you can see this, there's this in the background, right here. I can't quite tell if that's on the plateau. I know this is like... I think it's said to be like right above the Shrine of Resurrection or something. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Let's see. So, okay. that's in the Forgotten Temple, obviously, but then... Where is it? Ah, this! Oh, that. This is the castle. This isn't on the plateau. I mean, this isn't the Temple of Time, at least. Tears of the Kingdom. Oh, is it? Interesting. I know. It's painful watching it. Sonia. No. Jesus. Bum, 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 bum. Interesting. Okay. Huh. I am thinking. So, oh my god, I'm hungry, and I need to get my meds together. Man. There's like some things I didn't address, because there's just a lot happening at once. And stuff. And I mean, I could literally talk about this forever, because it's my special interest. But I should probably take care of my basic needs. And pay attention to how I'm feeling, which is hungry and in pain. Like my throat hurts from talking. I should probably end this here. This has been quite a long stream. Dang, okay. Stuff. Zelda. Sonia. I love them. Okay, yeah. An interesting thing to consider is that it seems like before the kingdom was founded, there were, that religion played a big part of their society. Yeah, I shall. Oh, well, thank you. There are a lot of Zeldas who were sort of amazing and probably much better than me, but I mean, it would be so cool if I could also become one. Yeah. I might talk about how it was before the kingdom's founding, because I know a lot about that others might not know, and I have unique stuff to share, so I might talk about that. I could talk about that another time. Oh, that's my alarm. Okay, I really gotta get those together before I forget about them entirely, and they're time sensitive, so oof. Okay. Okay, to close this off, this has been so fun. Oh my gosh, there's so many times where I'm just like, Jesus, I really wish I could talk to someone about Zelda theories right now. Like, it's literally so frequent. But I'm too scared to ask, and whatever. But I can just talk about it in like these now, because people will actually come to these. Like, I just need like 1 or 2 people here to get a conversation going. Like, not even that many. But now that the video blew up like crazy, I have more people who would watch. So yeah, this is very cool. I'm just realizing, man, I could do this, and that would be so fun. But thank you. It's been nice meeting all of you too. You've been lovely, like chatting with you. You have very cool ideas, and yes, no, it's amazing. Talking about Zelda is the best. Oh dang. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I would do it more, but I'm embarrassed. But yeah. Same. I very much like sharing my ideas. I'm glad that y'all got the chance to as well. We all had a good time. Yay. Okay. So I suppose I will end this now. Thank y'all again for coming, and if it's nighttime for you like it is for me, then I hope you'll have a great night. Okay. I will end the stream now. Bye everyone.